Morning, Greg Newhouse here again from Corvallis, Oregon, and it is a beautiful day. But it should be every day. I'd like to hit on just one concept, basically either living in the moment or living in the mind, from the mind, right? Someone asked me about, a thought came up about speaking. They want to be a better speaker, get up in front of large groups and speak, you know, like a coach at a coaching convention, be on the big stage. It's something I totally enjoyed. It was a rush. But they mentioned, well, how do you do it? How do you get over the fear? Well, the concept of fear came up. And to me, two things are the same. The concept of fear and the concept when you use the word can't. What you're basically doing is you're living in the future and you're visualizing something going wrong. Boom. Or you're seeing yourself not be able to do something. So you're programming, you're actually living that experience, and you fear that because that's opposite of what you want to do. But where does that fear come from, right? Well, it comes from you're out of touch of where you are right now. Because if you can just turn that problem into a challenge, which most athletes do, you can live in the now and just work on it. All the great ones had the ability to live in the now. That's why they were fearless. The Jordans, the Woods, the guys I talked about yesterday. The great spiritual leaders, they just lived in the now. Nothing bothered them. Now that's just an opinion. I'm using them as an example. I am not an authority on any of this stuff. But what I found is if you take any problem you have and immediately, if this is going into coaching now, if I'm going to help someone move forward, you immediately go from the mind projecting what you can't do to the mind and seeing the solution. See the solution. Have a solution mindset. Okay? Bang, you got to make it that fast. And I told you before that that's something I always did. I was in an environment where if you didn't do that, you fell behind the opponent. You missed opportunities to enhance the player moving forward. All right? You lose the satisfaction of seeing something come together. It's like a piece of art. When a player accomplishes something that he's working on and you're working on it with him or the team does, it's just satisfaction. And you get the satisfaction because it just comes to fruition, but it's all in the positive. So if you can, today, just take your mindset from the problem. If you got a problem, see it, boom, immediately. Work on a solution, see it. Because then the solution, you see in yourself, do it like the person on stage. See yourself in front of that group. Sure, you might have to have some note cards. Take some note cards up there, just something to remind you. And then you speak from the heart. But you got to see yourself doing it and know you get it. You got to know the solutions. So to get rid of fear, to get rid of the word can't, take it from the mind into the heart and do it right now. You got to put emotion behind that vision now if you want it to come to fruition. If you want to be a great player that could hang or you got to see yourself doing it, but you got to believe you're doing it. That's why I'm talking about the heart. It's a funny thing, you know. It's the heart's a physical thing, but it's an emotion. It's something that's there. It's like we talked yesterday about happiness, the difference between happiness and joy, or pleasure and joy. You know, pleasure is something you physically want, you know, just like pain and pleasure. You don't have pain, you got to have pleasure. If there's pain, there's pleasure, because they're just kind of two sides of a coin, right? But joy is something that comes through you. You'll get it. Trust me on this. I know it's hard to trust me. Ex-football coach. Are you ever ex? No, you just are. Anyways, that's just a tip for today. Work on your solutions, all right? Solution mindset, and you'll have a good one, all right? Talk to you soon.